You have 100 files to rename. The proper way takes 1 click per file, fast, simple, repeatable. 100 clicks, maybe 10 minutes total. Instead, you spend 20 minutes trying to figure out how to automate it. You don't save time. You know you won't save time, somewhere around minute 12, and you keep going anyway. This isn't really about files. It's about something your brain does constantly, invisibly, in almost every choice you make all day. And the real reason is far stranger than laziness. Effort has a price tag. Your brain attaches it automatically, instantly, before you've even decided what the task is for. And that price tag, not logic, not willpower, is quietly steering an enormous number of your decisions. To understand why, you have to understand what effort actually costs a body. Every muscle contraction, every extra minute of mental focus, every additional step taken instead of the shortest path, all of it draws on a finite biological energy budget. For nearly the entire history of your species, that budget was never guaranteed to refill. Food was inconsistent. Calories were hard-won. A body that spent energy carelessly was a body that ran out of energy when it actually mattered during a hunt, an escape, a long search for water. So natural selection didn't produce a brain that simply can times assess effort. It produced a brain that assesses effort automatically, constantly weighing it against reward before you're even consciously aware a decision is happening at all. Researchers studying this call it effort discounting. The core finding, replicated across dozens of studies, the perceived value of a reward drops the moment effort is attached to it, even when the actual effort required is small. 2 tasks. Identical reward. The one that merely feels times harder gets devalued before any conscious reasoning enters the picture. Here's where it gets stranger. This isn't limited to physical effort. Brain imaging studies, particularly recent work in cognitive control research, show that mental effort is processed through almost identical circuitry to physical effort. Thinking hard registers, biologically, as costly in a way that's remarkably similar to lifting something heavy. Your brain doesn't have a separate laziness system that switches on when you'd rather not try. It has one unified cost calculator, running everything, climbing stairs, solving a hard problem, having a difficult conversation through the same currency. Estimated energy expenditure versus expected payoff. And the calculation happens fast. Faster than conscious thought. Long before you've weighed the actual pros and cons of a decision, your brain has already attached a felt cost to each option, and that felt cost is quietly tilting the scale. This is why the easier option so often wins, even when it's clearly not the better one. Not because you chose badly, because the harder option was discounted before you ever got to compare them fairly. Now think about what this looks like in an ordinary day. You read a 4-minute summary instead of the chapter, even with a free hour sitting right in front of you. You send 3 abbreviated words instead of the 1 clear sentence that would actually prevent confusion. You take the gap in the fence instead of walking the extra 40 feet around it, even though the time saved is almost nothing. None of these are failures of discipline. They're a 400,000-year-old energy accounting system running exactly as designed, in a world where the thing it was built to protect you from running out of fuel almost never happens anymore. The system doesn't know that. It still treats every unit of effort as a withdrawal from a budget that might not refill. It still discounts reward the instant effort appears. It still nudges you, quietly and constantly, toward whatever costs less, regardless of what that choice actually gets you. This also explains something that often confuses people about themselves: why you can have plenty of time, plenty of energy, plenty of motivation in the abstract, and still drift toward the shortcut anyway. The calculation isn't about how much energy you actually have left. It's about the times felt cost, times of the specific effort in front of you, assessed instantly, automatically, independent of your actual capacity. You're not out of willpower. You're running a cost projection that was calibrated for scarcity, applied to a moment that has none. So the next time you catch yourself reaching for the shortcut, the smaller task, the easier route, the version that's good enough, instead of the version that's actually good, notice what's actually happening. You're not weak, you're not undisciplined. You're running a calculation that once kept your ancestors alive on a planet where ever.